fat loss taught me, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's not about the destination. I'd argue I was happier when I was fat, but I was learning new things. I was, this is how to bench press. Oh, wait, this food is better than that one. I don't feel confident in who I am. And ask yourself, what are the steps I've got to do in order for me to become more confident? Okay, maybe I need to lose a bit of weight. Cool, what do I need to do? And look at my diet. My diet is trash. Alright, so maybe I need to change this, change that. Yo! What is going on, guys? I hope you boys and girls are doing good. It is me, Nicholson, the most henchest, most handsome, most charismatic, most charming, filling the rest. And I'm back again with another video, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you want to achieve, you can achieve it. If you believe it enough, and if you're willing to dedicate yourself enough, you will achieve whatever it is you might want to achieve. If you believe it and you want it enough. But there's one thing which you need to understand. Sacrifices must be made. In any single thing, any substantial thing, anything worth glory, anything worth talking about, there has to be a sacrifice. I like to relate a lot of things to my fat loss journey, and I'm also going to do this now because that's the easiest way for you guys to understand this. I used to weigh about 270 pounds or so, something like that, right? And at my lowest, I got down to about 190 pounds, right? So I lost well around 80 pounds, you know? I lost quite a lot of weight, and it wasn't easy. It was not easy. It required a lot of sacrifices, as in the kind of food I ate. You know, going from eating anything you want to eating only certain foods, because these foods are what work. These foods are what's going to keep you full. These foods don't contain as many calories as other foods. However, these foods are going to get you something which is invaluable. Something which you can't put a price on. You can't buy a good body. You can't buy the knowledge I've gone through, you know, through the fat loss journey. You can't buy that shit. That's something you have to go through yourself. You can't buy that kind of suffering. You can't buy that, you know. Through me sacrificing, you know, the quality of food I'm eating. Through me sacrificing, you know, I had my friends, they used to invite me out to, you know, to go eating and stuff. I used to stay inside just because I knew if I go to eat, I'm not gonna stick to my diet. I'm gonna not lose weight, right? I sacrificed a lot of areas of my life. You know, I didn't have that much fun. I was out of the house most of the time because I wanted to get my steps in. I was pretty much moving all the time. I sacrificed comfort above all else. I sacrificed comfort in order to achieve this body which I've got today. Was it worth it? Yes, it was worth it. Even though I had a lot of dark days, a lot of days where I felt fatigued and weak, a lot of days where I felt like just being in bed all the time, it was worth it to me. Because now I feel better, I'm stronger, I'm better looking. I just feel better in my own skin. Through me sacrificing the comfort and the instant gratification that comes from eating these sweet foods, you know, chocolate. Like I've got a really bad weakness, which is my sweet tooth. I like cake, I like chocolate. I'm not really a person who, if you told me, you can't eat burgers and pizzas anymore, I don't really care. But if you said to me you can't eat cake and chocolate and sweets anymore, then we're gonna have a problem, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a person who's, I don't want to say I'm addicted, but I've got a really bad problem when it comes to eating really sweet things, you know. And one of the biggest changes I made was from switching from eating sugar, you know, in my tea, not eating sugar, I don't really eat sugar, I don't know who eats sugar, but from drinking sugar in my tea and coffee and whatever hot drink I had, and switching it with sweeteners, right? I know there's a lot of controversial takes on sweeteners, like, oh, they cause this, they cause that. To me, they haven't caused anything yet, so they've been a really massive benefit, you know, not that many calories, and you still get a similar taste, right? It's not like sugar does taste better, don't get me wrong. However, over time you get used to the taste of sweetness. When I sacrificed eating these foods that made me feel good in the moment, but they made me feel guilty afterwards, you know, these little guilty pleasures, right? I never knew what guilty pleasure was until I was saying it to this girl over there, like, I was asking her, what's your guilty pleasure? She was like, what's that? And then I was wondering, what is that? And then I just said some BS explanation, and yeah, I'm guessing it's something which gives you pleasure but makes you guilty afterwards, you know. And for me, my guilty pleasure was junk food, right? And you know, I had a very long period, like a period of like 2-3 years, where I might have the odd junk food here and there, like in maybe once every 3 weeks or once every 3 months, right? It was that strict, you know, and I saw a lot of favorable results from it, and it was a worthwhile sacrifice, right? So if you know that, look, I don't feel confident in my own skin, I don't feel confident in who I am, and you know, okay, ask yourself, what are the steps I've got to do in order for me to become more confident? okay, maybe I need to lose a bit of weight. Okay, cool, what do I need to do? I've got, and look at my diet is trash. Alright, so maybe I need to change this, change that. Okay, cool, this food will not taste as good as what I normally eat. However, is the results that it's gonna come from me eating better food worth the sacrifice? Is me cutting out this junk food worth doing? Because there has to be something you want more than anything. It can't be something you're like, you know, I want to lose weight. I don't really mind either way. Like, it's not that deep to me. If it's not something you're like, that bothers you to the point where you're like, yo, I'm willing to do whatever, you're not gonna have enough willpower to go through that. When I truly wanted to lose weight, when I truly had to lose weight in my eyes, every single YouTube video I was watching was about how to lose weight. Every single YouTube video I was watching was relating to how to lose weight, nutrition, what to do in the gym, all of this kind of stuff, right? And every single thing I was doing. When I was outside of school, that's what I was putting my time into. That's what I was devoting my time to. That's what I was devoting my life to. That was my main and primary focus. I was not trying to lose weight and create content and make money and do this. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Now that my focus has gone mainly from how to lose weight, now I'm transitioning more into creating better content. I'm putting most of my effort into how to create content, and that's going to pay off. Mark my words. I'm telling you guys right now, me creating this content, yeah, we're gonna come back to this video, whether it's in 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, I don't care when we come back to this video, but it will have paid off. Fat loss taught me it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's not about the destination. I'd argue I was happier when I was fat, but I was learning new things. I was, oh, this is how to bench press. Oh, wait, oh, this food is better than that one. Oh, wow, I didn't know this was feeling, right? When I was learning these things, as opposed to now that I know all that shit, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same. If you told me right now, go back in time and with the knowledge you have now, lose weight, I'd lose all that weight I had within 3 months, but I wouldn't value it the same. I had to go through a 3-year journey. I had to go through that journey because the journey had ups and downs. The journey taught me many things, and those things you learn from cultivating the body of your dreams, you're gonna translate into other areas of your life. You losing that weight is gonna require a lot of willpower, a lot of discipline, a lot of dedication, a lot of consistency, which you can translate to anything else. When you're starting to get more interested in business now, you're gonna need those skills again, because running a business is not easy. It's not easy. I tried a business that failed, guys. I don't know if you guys know this, yeah, but I've tried a business that failed where I was selling training programs, right? I was selling training programs, and you know, I made a few sales, right? I made a few sales. It's the first ever business I ever tried. I didn't know anything about business, and I figured out, number one, you can't be lazy with this shit, because see, when other people are doing it, it looks easy and it looks fun, right? But when you realize this shit is not fun most of the time. The nitty-gritty and the hard work and the behind the scenes, it's not fun, right? At the end of the day, business is this. I have to convince you that you need what I'm selling. That's ultimately what business is from my fundamental understanding, right? I have to convince you need what I'm selling you, and now I've got to convince you to give me money for me giving you what I'm offering, right? And it might be something you don't need, but me convincing you that's a good business, man, you know? And it's very fun to learn, but it's also, I feel like going into the fitness journey helped me understand that, look, this shit is not gonna happen overnight. This shit is not easy. Even though this shit looks, you know, I used to see a lot of transformations, right? I remember this one guy, Bricks Fitness, right? You guys look for him on YouTube, man. OG guy, man. Really amazing guy. Anyways, I used to watch him, and his transformation, like he used to have it in his intro for his YouTube channel. Here when he's really fat, you know, the body that I used to have, and here when he's really fit. And I used to think, wow, how long is this gonna take? How long is this gonna take? How long is it gonna take? How long is it gonna take? And that's the wrong question to ask. That's the wrong question to ask. It looks easy and it looks fun, but when you get to eating the bland foods, right? Because guys, nowadays we've got a lot of people who are trying to make everything easy for us, right? We've got a lot of people that are trying to make things easy for us. Here's how you can lose weight whilst eating food that tastes great, and you know, a workout that's gonna build you this great physique whilst not having to push yourself that hard. Work smarter, not harder, right? We've got a lot of BS being fed down our throat, and the maddest thing, pause. And the maddest thing is, yeah, a lot of it is lies to just sell you shit. We used to have a guy with them 6-minute abs. I used to really believe I'm gonna get abs in 6 minutes, bro. And then you realize, yo, it's gonna take you quite a bit longer than that, you know what I mean? But anyways, back to the main topic, right? Just because something looks easy doesn't mean it is. Social media makes things look fun, easy. You see other people living it up, having this amazing lifestyle. Rappers, you know, rapping about their amazing lifestyle, but then you go behind the scenes, oh shit, they've been arrested for this charge, that charge, this charge, that charge. All of a sudden, the money, the women, all this shit ain't relevant no more. It's not relevant anymore. Things require sacrifice. In the phase I'm in right now, I've had to sacrifice my social life, because anytime that I'm out, I feel guilty as fuck. I feel guilty as fuck anytime I'm out. Why do I feel guilty? Because I know this is time I could be dedicating to getting better at content creation. This is what I want now. This is my main focus in life now. Getting good at content creation. Giving you guys the greatest value that I can, right? And procrastination is a big issue of mine, right? Perfectionism is another one. Like, oh shit, I can't put this out because it's not perfect, right? I can't put this out because there's this, there's that. There's always going to be things to improve, and it's something I really struggle with, you know? But you realize you have to sacrifice something, right? My dating life is a sacrifice I had to make, right? Dating life is a sacrifice I had to make. My relationships, sacrifice I had to make. I had to cut people off, right? There's toxic people I had to cut off. When you're trying to achieve something, you can't have people telling you anything other than, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Why can't you do it? You can't have people being negative in your ears. That's just something else which is going to make you doubt yourself and make you not be able to achieve what you want to achieve. You can't have those limiting beliefs and those doubters in your ear, right? So I had to cut a lot of people off. You can't have people who are trying to compete with you. You can't have people who don't make you feel good, right? People's energy is very important, right? I remember I'll tell you guys this story, right? There's these two girls that me and my boy used to date, right? This is like a couple years ago now, right? These two girls we used to date, and anytime I didn't get my way, I'd be sad. I'd go into a mood, right? I'd go into a mood. Oh guys, let's do this. Nah, I don't want to. Nah, let's not do that right now. I was very childish at the time. I'm not gonna cap. So I'd go into a mood. I'm angry now. I'm upset. Yeah. Allow you, man. You know what I'm saying? And one of the girls, which I was really good friends with, she was like, listen, your energy is very like, you're one of those people who has the energy where when you're upset, everyone else becomes upset, right? It's intoxicating. It's infectious. That's the word I'm looking for. It's infectious, right? And that's very true. When you have people being negative towards you, it's infectious. You're going to start being negative towards yourself, and you don't need that, right? One of the greatest abilities of human beings is adaptability. It's adaptability. You are your environment, right? That's one of the greatest abilities of a human being. You are your surroundings. You are your environment. If you're surrounded by people that are constantly positive, constantly pushing each other, constantly trying to be better, constantly talking about improving and not gossiping, you're gonna be that kind of person as well. But if you're around people where they don't work on themselves, they're lazy as fuck, they're complacent, you know, they have a victim mindset, guess what? You're also going to become that, you know? And where I think I got my hustle from, right? This is really, really, you know, amazing. I've never told this story before. I got my hustle from my mom, I believe. Because we used to live in this house, right? I believe this was a few years ago. We used to live in this house. It wasn't the greatest house, you know, we used to have share a bathroom and shit. It wasn't a great house. However, when I saw my mom, yeah, like, struggling, like, you know, every day she'd wake up, like, she'd get 2 hours of sleep, sometimes 3 hours of sleep, but every day she'd be up on time to wake me up to go to school, and then she'd be working on her business, on her fabrics business, on her, you know, every single day she'd wake me up, hey, wake up, go to school, boom, boom, she's doing all this to provide for us, right? And I never once saw any weakness in my mom, ever, right? Things were very difficult, things were very hard, but I never saw weakness. I saw her sacrifice her sleep. She sacrificed, you know, people her age, you know, they're going out celebrating with their husbands and all this shit. My mom's out here grinding, right? My mom's out here grinding. She's you know, she's making calls. She's trying to get better. She's trying to make the situation we're in better for us, right? And that was amazing to me, right? At the time, obviously, I'm young. I'm not understanding, you know, how hard it is to be a grown up. And as you get older, you understand, fucking hell, like, how did she ever do this? How did my mother ever do this on her own, raising you know, a guy like me by herself? You know, it wasn't easy by the slightest, but that's real. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, like, it put this hustle and grind inside me as well, because I saw her hustling and grinding, and now it's starting to pay off for her, because now she's very successful with what she was trying to do for, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. You know, when I was doing high school 8 years ago, you know, and now it's starting to pay off, and it shows me with time, consistency, and most importantly, sacrifices, you will achieve whatever you want to achieve. All right. I hope you guys have found value in this video. Do you know what I'm saying? I know it's a long video, so please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. And if you want any more tips on how to get handsome and jacked like me, I'm joking. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my best, and I hope you do yours as well. Be you. Peace. Ugh.